When you think about drone warfare, it's a relatively new term, mostly because if you look back before the war in Ukraine, it's not really talked about. Yes, we have Reaper drones and all these fancy, expensive military devices. Modern day drones like this DJI were never used in warfare, or at least it's not publicized. However, the war in Ukraine changed everything, and I think it's time that we acknowledge the fact that drones are a part of our life. And as a prepared civilian, I'm hoping that this little contraption here is a very affordable way for you to monitor your surroundings and what is flying above your head. Over the past couple months, I've been working closely with the Buy Me a Coffee crew to develop a program called SkyWatch and also a hardware kit for monitoring airplanes and drones that are flying above your head. And although it's a fairly long and tedious process, we're finally at a point now where we have the hardware and the software there to test things out. Now in this video, I'm gonna talk about two things. One is gonna be the hardware piece, how to build this or a minimal viable product MVP for you to get started. And the second part is a demo of how to install SkyWatch on a computer, a Windows computer in this case, and how to get it up and running. Now, the ultimate goal is to keep it as simple as possible, and I tried to do that. However, there's still a setup process. The goal is to make it as affordable as possible with off-the-shelf products. I'll be honest with you, you do not need this. Yes, this looks really cool and it's functional because it's one cable going out, but in reality, you just need, what, 3 USB ports? Technically, 2 USB ports to get up and running. And let's talk about that now. So with everything in this video, with every single product, it is linked down below. Now there's a reason why it's linked down below because I had to learn the hardware. Network cards, Wi-Fi cards, and Bluetooth cards are different. I thought they're all the same, they're not. There's a monitoring mode with Wi-Fi cards, which is very important. Not every Wi-Fi card has it. And thanks to the Buy Me a Coffee crew, I was able to spend more money than I wanted to test different hardware and see what works. So first things first, you're gonna need a Bluetooth card. Technically, if you don't want to, you can use your laptop's built-in Bluetooth. However, the range is significantly less because it's built in and there's a whole bunch of metal pieces next to your Bluetooth card. I opted to use an external Bluetooth card. It is right here, and you are more than welcome to buy that same card. It is roughly $26 right now on Amazon. Once you connect it, you'll be off to the races once you do the initial setup part. Like I mentioned before, not every Wi-Fi dongle works, so please use this one right here because I've tested it and I know that it works well. Now, this piece is completely optional, but if we're thinking about what's above our heads, we want to know about what planes, helicopters, and whatever UAVs are above us. And in this case, we put an SDR into this enclosure, and that allows us to capture ADS-B data. ADS-B data is transmitted by most commercial airplanes, military airplanes. Some of them do transmit it and some of them don't. So if you're seeing an Osprey fly over your head and you don't see it on Flight Tracker or you don't see it in SkyWatch, that's probably because they're not advertising their ADS-B data. And last but not least, the antenna. So technically you can get away with a VHF UHF antenna and it's perfectly fine. However, when it comes to ADS-B, I figured you might as well have the right antenna for the job. In my case, I have a 1090 megahertz antenna connected to my SDR, and it's been working really well. And that's technically all you need for the hardware part. Now, if you're looking at this box and you're like, yo, what the heck? What about the enclosure, the USB, the USB-C, all of that stuff? You're right, I didn't go over it. Mostly because you technically don't need it yet. I will be working on a special video talking about the build process. I have all the hardware here to make it happen, but it's relatively involved and it requires soldering and all this stuff. I was thinking about building these, but I decided I'd rather make it fully open source to you guys so you can improve it, make it better, and tinker around. Because at the end of the day, the best thing that you could do is tinker around and figure out how stuff works. So if you want to learn how to make this yourself, follow along, click the like button and subscribe, and a video will be coming out soon. All right, a week has passed and I finally get to re-record this. So let's talk about the actual installation process for SkyWatch. So we covered the hardware part now. Let's talk about the software. Now, the installation is fairly straightforward, but you have to follow the steps. I try to make it as simple as possible, but it's still a program that needs more work or it's not as streamlined as it could be. So here we are at the District 47 GitHub repo for SkyWatch. We're going to go click on the green code and download zip. Now, if you're going to go and do anything with the program, build it out yourself, this is how you can also get the source files. We're going to save it, in this case, to our documents. Once it is done, we can open it up and extract it here in our documents or wherever you would like to save it. So now we'll go into the folder, and you might be tempted to just go and click on Start. Don't. Instead, we're going to go over to Scripts, and we're going to do Setup Bundle. Now, the Setup Bundle will go and just install all of the dependencies for the application, Python if you don't have it, and there's a few other things like ADSB to work with Python and the drivers. While we're doing that, we're actually going to go take our hardware and we're going to connect it. Once again, you might not have this set up the way that I do. You will probably have a dock for now until we build the whole video out on how to build one of these. The installation process does take some time, so be patient, go grab a drink. It's like 5 minutes. And while it's doing that, I want to demonstrate a new program that I'm working on, and the Buy Me a Coffee guys will get first dibs on it, and within a month or two, I'll release it to all of you. So the way that it works is, ever wonder how do you go and find out how far does my radio go, or my antenna, if I have 50 watts compared to 25 watts. So what this application does, it allows you to go click on a point in a map, type in what band you want to operate on. Let's say 2 meter, the frequency, the power, what type of antenna you have, the gain of the antenna, and then the height, the elevation based on meters, and then how many miles away you want to go and calculate this. And what it'll do is it will look at the different topography in your area and see how far you'll go and any obstructions. Now, it doesn't account for anything like buildings, unfortunately, but it will at least look at elevation, and it works pretty darn well, which is the cool part. And then you can also, I'll kick it off right now. We'll do draft mode. And it'll do its calculation. It does take some time, but the nice thing is that you can also import KMZ files. Like I imported my repeater map KMZ file. So all of the repeaters are linked here. I dropped a pin here near Smyrna. And this is what it shows, that on 146.5 at 50 watts at 10 meters, my antenna will be able to hit all of these areas here, including these repeaters. So kind of a cool tool that I think a lot of people would, take advantage of. So yeah, that's in the works. And the Buy Me a Coffee guys actually already have it released to them, but they're just testing it out, seeing if there's any quirks. All right, and we are done. So I'll set this aside over here, and we can go back here. And the next step before you click Start is you're going to go into Tools. You're going to go to Windows 64. You're going to scroll down to a program called Zadig. What Zadig does is it takes the drivers that are on your RTL-SDR and on your Bluetooth and make sure that it's compatible with the libraries here. So we'll do more info. You might not get this pop up, but I do. And what we'll do is click List All Options, and we're going to ignore hubs and kind of some of that useless stuff. I have 2 SDRs here and then my Bluetooth radio. So I'll do Bluetooth radio first and then blog v4. And you do the same thing. After that, we'll check back in. While we're installing that, this is a RID transmitter. This works for drones that are smaller and don't have them built in. This will just go and advertise the RID on the drone's behalf. So to test the program, what I'll do is I'll turn this on here, and we're gonna just bring it outside so it locks in a GPS signal. That way I can do a decent demo for you guys. So let's do that now. Just put it right there. Okay, so this is done now. And you do that once again for the Bluetooth and for the SDR. We'll go back. And now we can click Start. this will go and start up the web server that will run your application. So here it is. And control, hold down control, click on this 127.0.0.1 over port 8080, and your application is started. So the getting started piece will just tell you what's going on. It's almost like a quick start guide. You can import the database. You can make sure that everything is binded. We already did this. But you can read through it and follow all the directions. This is the application here. Very simple. What we'll do first is start our ADSB feed. So we'll go. You have the option to do OpenSky, which is basically an API that's baked in here. You need an internet connection in order to take advantage of that. I'm going to go and click on device 0, which is our SDR with the ADSB antenna connected, and we'll click start. What this will do is just start populating all the airplanes, just like that. This is what's flying over my area. And let's say I want to add an alert. Let's do home base. And we're going to click right here. And 5 kilometers around, if there's a military or a helicopter or a military helicopter, I want it to alert me. So right there. And that will just be an audible pop-up alert for us. Next step, we will go and enable our Bluetooth and Wi-Fi cards in here to look for drones. So we'll click start for the Bluetooth, for the Wi-Fi. And I apologize, actually this is the wrong one. We want to use this one, which is the external one. And then we'll do that. And then we'll do this Bluetooth LE dongle right here. We don't want to use the onboard. We want to use our external Bluetooth to take advantage of the external antenna. We already see that we got one packet, and bam, the drone that is outside is the drone. The transmitter has been detected already. Now there it is. What we'll do, I gotta blur this out, is we're gonna rename it to my drone. It will save it. And for the most part, that's about it. It will go and detect everything. You'll see the airplanes. What you can do is set up notifications. Let's see, based on what type of airplanes, you'll get audible or pop-up or silent logging only, military helicopters, a specific tail number, and for drones, as those things pop up, you will get alerts and notifications. Just like this one right here. This was a pop-up for the drone. And that's pretty much it. There's also a few other features where you can go and download these maps offline. So for example, if we're gonna go and take all of this and we wanna download it, we'll download the tiles. The bigger the area, the more it will take. However, then when you're out and about and you don't have an internet connection, the map will be loading up for you perfectly fine. And that's pretty much SkyWatch. It is available for all of you to download. If you want some features, if there's something that you feel is missing, that would be great to have. Let me know. If you want to support these projects like SkyWatch, like EasyProp, and everything else, feel free to join the Buy Me a Coffee, because that's how we can afford these projects and make them free for all of you. So thanks for watching. God bless. Take care.